frantic. He panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. Say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. The shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just financial dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun call it for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right, this ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extradite. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Do it very quick, do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, just hood, scrapes on his side, but this guy no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them girls, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. I laugh them, I go laugh. I run them, I go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you're moving so frantic. He's panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. Say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. The shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying hard to dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun tally for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think the Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right, this ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extradite. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Do it very quick, do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, just hood, strips on his side, but this guy ain't no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. The laugh them a go laugh, and run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Just come real quick. You say we're wrong, why you're moving so frantic. He's panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. You say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye, you're shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast this story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. All them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying hard to dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun tally for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. I see some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think the Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right. This ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extradite. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel.
Good morning to you, and welcome to another episode of Livewire. We're just jamming to Expedite the Extradite, courtesy of Mark Ferdinand, well-known calypso artist here in Guyana. Excellent song. Expedite the Extradite. That's what a lot of Guyanese feeling, you know. That's what a lot of Guyanese feeling, but not everybody is able to express it. Not everybody's brave enough to express it. And to tell you the truth, the extradite slowing up some of the processes here in Guyana. So again, I'm saying to y'all, we need to expedite the extradite, right? I don't have no time with Antonio. Antonio from VPAC is I morning to all the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to all the persons joining us across the diaspora. Special good morning to those persons in the comment section. Thank you for being here for yet another episode. Thank you for your continued support to us here at Livewire and Livewire TV. And we do ask that you follow our social media pages. Please subscribe and like our YouTube channel. We've noticed that a lot of persons looking at our videos on YouTube, they're not subscribed. It doesn't take much from you, but it goes a long way for us here at Livewire TV if you just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are kept up to date every time. Sorry, let me close this WhatsApp on the computer. Right? Every time that we are live, you'll be notified. So please ensure that you do that so you can be up to date with what's happening in and around Guyana on a daily basis, except Saturday and Sunday. Well, we do some lives on Saturday and Sunday as the need permits. Nevertheless, this morning, quite a few things for us to discuss. Serious revelations yesterday when I shared with you yesterday morning, even before Travis Chase, that Senior Superintendent Mitchell Caesar had his visa revoked. And we'll be discussing that in some more detail this morning, helping you to have an understanding of where this began, where we're going with it, and how it came to a head this morning. Yesterday evening. Yesterday morning, very early in the morning, when he was supposed to leave on an American airline flight to Miami. But as I told a colleague yesterday morning whilst we were at the airport, if I am the head of the major crime unit of the Guyana Police Force, and I can't get information that would allow me not to go into certain situations, it makes sense I be there. You understand? It doesn't make sense that I'm there. But nevertheless, I want to start with as Robin, as Mark puts it, as Robin Mohamed. Right? And this morning I want to talk about the political reality, the opposition vacuum, rule of law, and national stability. Again, we have persons lamenting the fact, opposition leader, we got to get opposition leader. Opposition leader. Guys, please share the live, share the live, share the live. Right? Please share the live for me. All the persons lamenting about opposition leader. We got to get one. I'm saying not that one. Not that one. We had people like Aubrey Norton. We had people like Robert Corbyn. We had people like Jesus, Corbyn, Norton. I think Harman was the opposition leader. Harman? No. Corbyn. Who was opposition leader before Corbyn? Height? It's so long Corbyn been around. Corbyn, Norton. Granger never sit in parliament as opposition leader. I don't think so. I think before they won in 2015, I think he was opposition leader. But nevertheless, all these persons lamenting about this opposition leader thing. Let's start with something very simple. And a lot of people have been avoiding it. First of all, let's look at the court appearances. Not the Facebook lives, not the comment sections under the videos and the photos, the court appearances. Ask yourself this. Where are the people who said this man represents the future? You notice the support continues to dwindle down to nothing. Where are all those influencers? I don't see Lola at court. I don't see Doggy at court. I don't see Fat at court. Where they gone? Where are all the activists? Where are all the loud political voices? They are nowhere to be found. And that silence is not accidental. Understand this, people. Silence is information. Political support is easy when it costs nothing. But when consequences show up, when reputations, when jobs, when businesses and futures are on the line, people make calculations. And when belief disappears, movements collapse. Online noise is cheap. Courtroom presence is expensive. When consequences appear, loyalty disappears. You feel all those persons who are members of parliament now for the Win Party, they ain't feeling the squeeze because of their affiliation. Bank accounts, insurance policies, all sorts of things going on for them. Visa revocations, all sorts of things happening for them. And as you see, they are slowly fading into the background. When last you hear Odessa Primer's voice? Huh? When last you see Natasha St. Louis come out with a statement representing the Mohammeds? After Don Hastings, she's always been a shadow in the back. But when last you see Don Hastings or any one of them coming out with any representation? You see Tabitha start an online show. No comment on what is going on, the racial slurs, the progression of the case, nothing. She just oblivious. She moving forward. And I'm winking at you because they got a plan. But Mohamed said no. But we get the information. Watch her as Tabitha COVID. Watch her. Right? No. Understand. Let me be honest with something else. And let me be clear. The Win Party was never an independent political movement. It was never ideological. It was never about policy or reform. Many of the loudest voices were never loyal to any individual by the name Mohammed, right? Especially those who came over from the original opposition side. I want to say this to you as this morning. Those persons you have next to you there from the PNC, their loyalty has always been to the party machinery, right? That is the PNC structure. Personalities were just temporary vehicles, right? And when the vehicle break down, people run to their political home. That is what we're seeing now. Political realignment, not betrayal. As Gasita's betrayal, but I tell y'all it coming. This was never about building a new opposition. It was simply about repositioning the old one. Now, here's where it gets serious. Guyana has no functioning opposition leader. I repeat, currently, Guyana has no functioning opposition leader. Not presumptive, not interim, not contested. None. That's not an insult. That's a constitutional reality. The opposition leader is a formal constitutional office. And that office requires legitimacy, recognition, and institutional standing. None of that exists right now. But here's what people need to understand clearly. The absence of an opposition leader does not paralyze the country. Let me repeat that. The absence of an opposition leader does not paralyze the country. The Constitution does not freeze government because the opposition is disorganized. Institutions don't stop functioning because of personality failures. Government continues because institutions continue. And that brings us to the law. Not opinion, not emotion, the law. The president governs by constitutional authority, not opposition permission. Cabinet exists, ministries exist, public servants are working, development programs are moving. Let's talk about the budget, because people keep pretending this is complicated. What does the budget require? The budget requires parliament. The budget requires debate. The budget requires a vote. What the budget does not require is an opposition leader's approval. Debate is democratic. Voting is numerical. The PPP has the majority, 36 seats. So yes, the budget will be debated, and yes, the budget will be passed. That's not dictatorship. That's constitutional democracy. Right? Debate does not equal veto. Majority rule is not oppression. It is how democracy works. Now, while all of this political noise is happening, let's talk about what Guyana is actually doing. This country is in a transformation window. Roads are being built, energy projects are advancing, manufacturing capacity is expanding, agriculture is being modernized, infrastructure is being upgraded, investment confidence is strong. One side is delivering projects, the other side is delivering content. Which one gonna work out better for the Guyanese people in the long run? And here's the truth that people don't like to hear. You see them factories and stuff around the place, they don't run on Facebook likes. You can't live stream a bridge into existence. Development requires stability, not spectacle. And that's what I want as Robin and Team Win to understand. Now, let's deal with accusations, because this is where things become dangerous. Accountability is not optional, but it has a process. Courts exist, oversight bodies exist, regulatory agencies exist. When accusations are made, they must go through institutions, not social media trials. And when someone treats the judiciary with contempt, like the Mohammeds, delayed appearances, you showing up to court whatever time you want, undermining rulings, mocking institutions, that foolishness that Azardine is doing is not activism. That's institutional erosion. No one is too important for court. Look at when they had accusations against Ashley Singh, now President Ali. They parade them in front of the courts. I remember seeing Dr. Ashley Singh in handcuffs. But apparently, only the court. That one time when they brought them down for something they went to court for and they come down in the handcuffs. All the other foolishness that Azardine doing around the place, the police can't enforce the law. Or for some reason, they seem a bit timid to do so. I don't know why. No one is too important for court. Respect for law is not optional. Democracy collapses when personalities believe they are larger than institutions. And that's why this moment matters. I'm saying to Azardine and everybody in the team, Mohamed Win camp, Guyana does not need saviors, especially saviors like you all. It needs institutions. It doesn't need personalities larger than the law. It needs respect for the law. And it doesn't need, definitely, chaos masquerading as opposition. This country, this great country, the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, will move forward with or without political noise, because the Constitution does not pause for one man's ego. And I want y'all to understand that clearly this morning. Now, we continue it. So we had some revelations yesterday. Senior police officer got his visa revoked. And it has been so long we have been hearing about this officer, all kinds of allegations. All kinds of allegations. But it seems like it's coming to a head now. Right? Now, I want us to talk about optics. Because in governance, optics matter almost as much as law. Over the last decade, one name keeps appearing in major national controversies around policing, investigations, and accountability. Mitchell Caesar, a senior officer in the Major Crimes Unit. Over the same period, another name, the Mohamed family, keeps appearing in some of the most sensitive, politically explosive matters in this country. Here at Livewire, we like to keep ourselves within the legal framework and outside of the liable suits. So, no one here at Livewire, other than in relation to the Mohammeds, is saying guilt. Right now is accusations. But what cannot be ignored is proximity, repetition, and silence. Let's walk through this slowly so that you can have a clear understanding. Now, in 2016, corruption allegations involving Mitchell Caesar entered the public domain. They were denied. They were not resolved publicly. They faded. In 2017, a commission of inquiry criticized investigative supervision linked to Mitchell Caesar's unit. Again, no public accountability, no transparent disciplinary outcome. Then, in 2022, serious internal allegations surfaced within the police force itself, this time involving a major unsolved murder investigation. Senior ranks were named. Public denial followed. Investigations were announced. External reviews were cited as well. But what the public never saw is evidence tested in open court, disciplinary outcomes clearly explained, or consequences clearly communicated. What the public saw instead was institutional closure. And here is where the Mohamed connection becomes an issue of optics, not accusation. During this same period, the Mohamed family became one of the most politically visible private actors in this country. They were not marginal figures. They were central to controversy, public confrontation, and national debate. And yet, repeatedly, institutions that intersected with them, policing, investigations, enforcement, appeared hesitant, slow, or opaque. That raises a question the public is entitled to ask. Why do certain figures always seem to exist in a gray zone where clarity never arrives? Now, let's talk about 2024, because this is where optics become unavoidable. Senior major crimes officer, again, Mitchell Caesar, is questioned by U.S. authorities on arrival in the USA. No reason is publicly given. The government says they don't know why. They didn't do the questioning. They're not in charge of overseas law enforcement. They don't know what's going on. The leadership of the police offered no explanation. Now, you would think that this being public knowledge, Mr. Caesar's superiors would call him in and say, hey, what's going on with you? Why these people hold you up there and quite what I ask you about? You understand me? Or they may engage the law enforcement agencies to say, hey, y'all got an investigation but this man, you got any information, we can look over here and see what's going on. And you understand? Nothing from the police. At the same time, members of the Mohamed family are facing intense international legal scrutiny. Again, no allegation, but optics. To the public, it looks like the same law enforcement figures circling the same powerful private actors, surrounded by controversy without transparent resolution. That is not healthy for public confidence. Guyana Police Force. When public confidence erodes, it is not because of rumors. It's because of silence. Right? Now, we as Guyanese want institutions to work. But when institutions work without visible outcomes, the public stops believing in them. When senior officers remain in place after repeated allegations, commissions of inquiry, internal whistleblowing, international attention, the message sent to the public is not stability, it's protection. Why is the Guyana Police Force protecting Mitchell Caesar? And when the same private sector actors repeatedly clash with the state, mocking institutions, and yet appear untouched locally, the perception becomes dangerous. Not because of what is proven, but because of what is never explained. This is not about the Mohammeds alone. This is not about Mitchell Caesar alone. This is about a system that closes ranks instead of opening records, relies on denial instead of disclosure, and treats public concern, in some cases, as a nuisance. GPF, you need to do better. The Guyana Police Force does not look strong when it refuses to answer legitimate questions. It looks defensive. Policing does not look professional when the same names surface again and again without resolution. It looks compromised. If the Guyana Police Force wants to protect its institution, it must stop protecting opaque. This word is how it's messed with me. It must stop protecting unaccountability. Because when people start connecting dots, it's not because they're malicious. It's because transparency was never provided. And in democracy, unanswered questions, they don't disappear. They tend to multiply themselves. This is not about guilt. It's about trust. And trust collapses when the same name keeps appearing. The same questions keep going unanswered. And the institutions meant to protect the public protect themselves instead. I am waiting to see what steps the Guyana police force does takes after this revelation. Whilst having a revoked visa is not against the law, it has to be revoked on some grounds. Is the Guyana police force going to endeavor to find out what those grounds are? And when they do, what action will they take? Because at the end of the day, this man is still active in the police force. He's a senior rank over a lot of junior police and looking over many cases of persons who come into contact with the law. I've also heard allegations of fabricated evidence against persons who are currently in jail by this individual and his team. Allegations. So, again, GPF, we waited on you to come downstairs. Come downstairs. Come downstairs and see what's going on, Mr. Caesar, and let us know. We are interested in finding out. What are you guys doing about it? All these allegations over time. What is going to happen? How do you plan on taking action? How can the Guyanese public feel safe that, hey, we are the institution in charge of enforcing the law. We can trust them to do the right thing. Right? We need them to do the right thing. So we're waiting on you guys in the police force. Angie Fraser. Angie, let me get rid of you. Why you there here sucking up your teeth like this, girl? What you doing here? Late, Angie. You know, I don't understand some people. why y'all coming here to get upset? You don't like what say we. We're doing it. We're doing it. Later, Angie, we got time with you. We want Europe. We want you. Expedite the extradite. Anyway, guys, that aside, we continue to see the administration moving ahead with its development agenda. I think just yesterday, President Ali did a walkabout somewhere in Busby Dam, I think, where they're doing massive a 4-lane highway from Busby Dam to Land of Canaan along the East Bank Highway. So President Ali was out and about yesterday in normal fashion, nothing fancier to shout about in relation to that. President Ali has always been an active president, and we see that the administration has taken a focus of building out Guyana, expanding the accessible Guyanese. What pride backers they're here? Expedite the extradite. Right? So, as I was saying, President Ali was out and about yesterday in normal fashion, looking at some of the major projects happening around the country. This one in particular would be the expansion of the 4-lane highway from Busby Dam to Land of Canaan. Right? This is him and his team checking out works that are currently ongoing. Right? What is Shania? Anyway, yeah, so as you know, he's a very hands-on president, and he is very interested in timelines and delivery to the people of Guyana. So whilst this falls under a ministry, our president is ensuring, and if you look at this shot here, it shows you the vision of the administration. These road networks here, these highways that they're building, opens up thousands upon thousands of hectares of land for housing, in housing and industrial development, right? That power, whatever you call it here, which is part of the new power network being built out, will have persons stop costing GPL pretty soon. We never had power networks like this before, running through, well, I should say running throughout the country, but this advance for the high capacity power that's going to be running through these lines coming to the homes of Guyanese. What you're looking at there is another 10, 15 years of development. And that is what you get with a PPPC administration. Not looking at the nose right in front of your face, but they're looking down the line. They understand what cutting roads mean: access to land, access to stability for Guyanese families, access to more facility supports for entrepreneurs, access to lands for investors. And this is how you secure your country in terms of stability and its future, by ensuring that there's always room to move forward, right? Always room to move forward. So as you could see here, it is being built out all the way to Land Canaan. Pretty soon, when you jump into the Heroes Highway at Mandela, instead of coming out at Busby Dam, till at Land Canaan, then eventually all the way to Seuss Dike, connecting you with the highway, with all the housing that's happening out there, Silica City, the Homestead Project, right? Connecting persons to a currently being resurfaced highway. So we will have road networks that will move us from region to region in minutes. Let me say hours. We want you speeding down the road, right? All of this is, just look at the link from the East Coast, right? Where they're building out all the way up to Mahika, they're building 4-lane. Connects to Ogle, which runs all the way to Eccles. Then connects from Eccles going up to Busby Dam, currently that you could drive on. Then from Busby Dam to Land Canaan. Then from Land Canaan to Seuss Dike. When you get to Seuss Dike, the Linden Seuss Dike Highway resurface, which connects you to Linden. Then from Linden, you have from Linden to Lethem Road, which is surfacing right now. You realize how much land is available to Guyanese investors, foreign investors. You realize the potential of that. That's what people need to understand. You always have a vision with this, with a PPPC administration. They've always displayed it, right? Mind you, the public road on the East Bank from Diamond going back, that is being widened as well. Y'all remember Sharisha Nimrod Duncan, when the bridge, the Barajagdu Demerara River crossing was commissioned? Run out there. Dam transmission. Run out there. Oh, we need flyover and pass over to run through you. They should run the flyover through you. You're big enough for it to pass through you. We need flyover and crossover. Still traffic. Oh, God. They just transfer the traffic from one East Bank to the Heroes Highway. But where is the rich now? Here in Region 1 being an ass as usual. Because Region 3 and Region 4 people, they have experienced the change. They ain't feeling that pressure anymore in the morning. You gotta wake up 4 o'clock in the morning to rush out so you can reach to work on time for 8. They don't have to do that anymore. They could sleep for an hour more. They could invest an hour more in studying with the children before they left the house. Or do something in the house for another hour before they could leave. And oh God, any country during rush hour has traffic. Any country, morning, afternoon, yes, you're going to have a build-up. But is that build-up stagnated or is it flowing? Is it a continuous flow? People who live on the west side, who work in town, could tell you about sitting in traffic in one spot for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes, because the traffic so much. That is a thing of the past. All the flyover and crossover that Nimrod Duncan thought we needed, we don't need it. Because the roads that the government built, they're working. They alleviated the traffic. You're going to see what's going to happen when they finish the East Coast 4-lane expansion and all that stuff. It going to ease on everybody. All them, oh God, as one cuss up these truckmen. All them truckmen. Don't let me do that. But y'all understand where I'm coming from? Visionary planning. All this gonna carry power all the way to up the highway side. You understand? Reliable power. They didn't have confidence when they was building Heroes Highway in the initial stage. There's all sorts of things they're talking about it. But look at it now. Despite how wavy the claim it is, it has brought ease to thousands upon thousands of Guyanese. You understand? Put back hours of time into people's lives that they would have been sitting in traffic. Imagine when this is complete, the whole network is completed. With power and everything running there. So all the businesses on the left and the right-hand side of these roads here that are being constructed, this highway here. Right? Power, everything in place. Everything in place. And that's what you call forward thinking, planning, and having a policy agenda for the country. You know where you want the country to go. You understand me? You know where you want it to go. No other government can sit and say, look at us, we did similar. That asshole over Sherrod Duncan, all the things he's running around the country complaining about, Sherrod cannot show you one project in a similar capacity. Major highway or something built by them. Major secondary school, major hospital, something. There's nothing he can show you in comparison to what is currently happening here now. Whether it be good or bad. Osafi, you miss a lot. You gotta go back from the beginning, brother. There's nothing that they can compare the current development in this country to. No accomplishment. And matter of fact, the closest thing that any PNC, APNU, AFC acolyte could talk about, similar to the Heroes Highway, is the Linden-Suzdijk Highway. The only, in my opinion, the only substantive project that the PNC could talk about. And guess who resurfacing it? Guess who resurfacing it and making it safer for Lindeners to travel to and fro? Not the PNC, not the Burnham Party, not them. And if you go and check around this country, everything that named after Burnham, road, avenue, street, boulevard, whatever it is, they ain't going to repair none. They ain't going to repair none. It's happening under the PPP. It seems like PNC got some contempt for anything that got Burnham first name or last name on it. Probably that's why they treated Linden so badly. You tell me one major hospital, one major high school, one major police station, one major bridge built in Linden, their main support base, 2050 to 2020. One. Just tell me one. Anybody here who representing PNC or AFC or whoever, anybody, please, just tell me one. Just one. One stadium, nothing. Imagine people complaining about the time it taken to build a stadium and over deadline and it this and that. People who didn't do diddly squat close to what happened in there. They didn't even build a half a stadium. Granger went into Linden Victory Valley and get them a set of used tire through President Tutoward program, through farm executive officer Alistair Collins. A set of painted used tires. That's what they got in Victory Valley. That's what Linden they get. Other than that, they do road, they do nothing. They created a fund that only certain people in Linden affiliated to that the PNC party used to get money from. Right? But other than that, you can't look at nothing. Then that bridge in friggin' Linden, that one-lane bridge that was in Linden since I used to go to Watuka Day School. Since I used to go to Watuka Day School, that bridge there has been there all the while. Man, drive off, it, kind of thing happen at the bridge. No kind of effort to build a new one so that Lindeners could traverse easily. Who come and do it? Who come and do it? The so-called people that hate Afro-Guyanese. The so-called people that marginalize Linden. I've told y'all here before, majority of Lindeners work in the mining and the logging sector, where these claim owners sometimes just rob them. The Granger administration take the labor office out of Linden. So whenever they had a grievance with a miner or a logger, they had to leave the mining camp, come to the community, then travel to town. And oftentimes they didn't get it resolved because they didn't care about the labor force, especially the labor force in Linden. Closed down the call center. Was the call center paying a lot of money? At least it's some income for Lindeners. Closed down the call center. And Sherrod going around the place talking about PVP government projects. Show us your projects. Show us the projects from 2015 to 2020 still standing and still in excellent condition. Show us the roads that you've built that haven't deteriorated. That's what we want to see, Sherrod. You understand? Look, and you see, this is why me and Pride does agree and fall out sometimes. Because at least he's a fair person. Watch this. Real talk, 28 years PNC was around. No major factories in Linden. Electricity was almost free. No manufacturing companies. Nothing done on the flap no. You understand where I'm coming from? They had an opportunity to show Lindeners, we're the ones who really love you. The people who don't like you. People who got no time with you. Here, they are the ones had that opportunity because that's what they're peddling for years and years and years. But I tell you this, every concrete school you see in Linden built under the PPP. The new bridge being built by the PPP. The 2 stadia in Linden built by the PPP. Y'all have the resources and money in abundance to do whatever. Look at Alexi Williams. You know how much more taxes these people were collecting than they're collecting now? And I bet you Alexi living overseas. And next one, and here, as overseas Guyanese, y'all allowed to have your opinion. But I would appreciate it if your opinion is a bit more informed. The amount of taxes that the AP and UAFC were collected, they didn't need oil resources. They didn't need oil resources. So you're trying to tell me between 2015 and 2020, they had no money to do nothing at all? Nothing. The consolidated fund empty? That they could do one major project in Linden for Lindeners to show appreciation to, let me say, oh God, they only resurface the Linden to Sus, like the Linden to Tamiri Highway, Linden Sus like Highway. You understand? Let me say that's the only thing they could do, Alexis. Oh Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Not even that. Not even that. You should be ashamed to say this. You should be ashamed to say this. Because they had money to increase minister's salary by 50%. But in had money to do nothing for the people in Linden. Alexi, you're a big woman. Stop your foolishness. You understand? They raise VAT, all the taxes they put on people, Alexi. You got to be out of touch with reality. You got to be out of touch with reality. LHC in Linden, built by the PPP. Y'all remember when you come around the guy mine building before it burned down? You can either go left to Kamaka or Richmond Hillside, or you go right towards the bridge. Straight ahead of you was a flat complex, which was the hospital. You couldn't do nothing there. Everybody got to get rushed it out. Now you got more capacity. Are you look. Anyway, back to development. So as I was saying, these are images of the work on the extension of the Busby Dam to Land of Canaan, Heroes Highway here. And again, President Ali moving through to make sure everything is on point, everything is working as it's supposed to, and the projects are being executed to the highest quality. Right? A lot of material on the ground. And they're ready. Oh Lord. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. Look, it was when was it? When did I go to Linden? Sunday morning. I was having some trouble with the vehicle I was going to Linden with. So I went to pick up somebody with knowledge. And as we were going towards where the vehicle is not functioning, we're passing on the Ogle to Eccles bypass, wherever it's called the road, Ogle to Eccles Highway, wherever they call it. And over in the corner, you see a big building marked something pediatric, something hospital that they're building out there. Right? This ass, Zerdine, go out there to complain, but hospital and this and that. Oh, they finished. Bro. What about the ones that finish at Enmore? What about the one at Diamond that finished? I think they got another one up in Borgis that finished too. That don't count for nothing. That don't count for nothing. It's just that this one ain't finished yet. And that's what you get from these people, you know. The nitpicking at things, and refuse to acknowledge the major advancements that are happening in and around this country. They refuse to. Right? They refuse to. I wonder if Alexi knew about the 80 million US that nobody didn't know about, that turned into a gift, that turned into money that you go to the ICJ with and all that foolishness. Look. Ali, please stop your foolishness. You hear me? Please stop your foolishness. I don't care what anybody says. During the 2015 to 2020 period, no country was building stadiums with wooden seats. Right? The APNU AFC left a grazing area for animals out there. A grazing area for animals. If you notice, Minister Ramson was in Linden the other day checking out the stadium that they're building. That's what stadium looks like. Right? Durban Park. Trouble. Guys, I gotta get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful day. was really great being here with you. Andrea Matthews, big up yourself. Right? Prasad Patti, Shakira Bagwedin, Leslie Mangal, Peter Ramru, big up yourself. Osafa. Ask Alexi, tell us about the 600 million that went missing from Durban Park and how about projects that could have probably go to. 600 million. That's why Durban Park look like the piece of shit that it is. That's why it look how it look. Gotta be. You understand? All of these people like Alexi Williams, that's got selective memory loss. They only remember what they want to remember when they want to remember it. Right? They only remember what they want to remember when they want to remember it. Big up yourself, Joanne McCrae. Guys, I am out of here. And as I usually say before I go, listen, from now till the extradition, we played expedite the extradite. So who vex lose. But as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about what Guyana.
On his side, but this guy no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now. Money Lamborghini, do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. The laugh them a go laugh, I run them a go run. Run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you're moving so frantic. He panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. He say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye, you're shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast this story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. All them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying out your dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun call it for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or starting. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right, this ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extradite. Robin Hansel. Both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly as Robin Hansel.